Hello, my name is Vivilia Hartati and I am from the Faculty of Law in the Ponegoro University. In this video, I will be answering the questions of the English Midtest. So the first question is, in your opinion, what is the most challenging part of learning English and why? Okay, so when I was first starting to learn English, I thought the grammar rules would be the hardest part. However, as I progressed, I realized that the most challenging part was actually mastering the pronunciation and intonation. English has so many sounds that don't exist in my native language, and sometimes it's difficult to hear the difference between similar sounds like bats and pants. This makes speaking clearly and being understood quite challenging. Before I improved my pronunciation, I often felt nervous speaking English because I was afraid people wouldn't understand me. This fear sometimes made me avoid speaking altogether, which slowed down my English. Also, English spelling can be very confusing because it's not always phonetic. Words like though, through, tough, and thought look very similar but sound very different, which can be very frustrating for learners. Another challenging part is learning idioms and phrasal verbs. When I was reading English books or watching movies, I often came across expressions that didn't make sense literally. For example, kick the bucket means to die. But if you don't know the idiom, it sounds very strange. These expressions add color to the language but take time and exposure to understand and use correctly. And second question is, tell about your experience learning and speaking English. Okay, so when I was in elementary school, I started learning English as a subject, but it was mostly focused on reading and writing. I didn't have many chances to speak or listen to real conversation. Before I started practicing speaking regularly, I was very shy and worried about making mistakes. I remember feeling embarrassed when I couldn't pronounce certain words correctly or when I got confused during conversations. And before I joined an English club at school, I mostly learned English by memorizing vocabulary and grammar rules from the textbooks. This helped me pass exams, but I didn't feel confident enough using English in real life. After I joined the club, I had the chance to practice speaking with other students. We played games, we did role plays, and we talked about different topics. This experience helped me become more comfortable and less afraid of speaking English. After I graduated from high school, I decided to improve my English even more by watching English movies and TV shows without the titles. And at first, it was very difficult to understand everything. But after a few weeks, I noticed my listening skills improved a lot. I also started listening to English podcasts and music, which made learning more fun and interesting. After I started studying in university, I realized how important it is to keep practicing every day. I try to read English articles and also speak with friends or online language partners. Even though I still make mistakes, but I see them as part of the learning process. Learning English has been a challenging but rewarding journey, and it has opened many opportunities for me in education, travel, and making new friends from around the world. So that's all for me. Thanks for watching. Bye.